Hello everyone. Hi, this is Puneet Mathur. I am a third year computer science undergraduate student from NSIT, University of Delhi. I'm a code enthusiast and I really love machine learning, artificial intelligence, and neural networks. I've done a lot of projects on machine learning and artificial intelligence. You can check out all of my projects on my GitHub ID www.github.com/pmathur5k10. You can also follow me on my Twitter handle @theBenYGuy. You can also check out my LinkedIn page by the name of Neat Mathur. All the links have been included in the description below. So let's get started. What are we going to do today? Today we are going to do Twitter sentiment analysis in just 15 lines of Python code. Yes, this is a small script, but it is highly effective. Twitter is one of the most used social media platforms on which millions of people tweet about a million of things every second. It's a storehouse of people's emotions. We can use the psychological database to extract people's sentiment. The sentiment analysis is basically a process of understanding feelings from data. In any general sentiment analysis, three things are of utmost importance. First, tokenization, that is, splitting the tweet in smaller segments of words. Next, the bag of words. Bag of words basically keeps a count of number of words of each type. Lastly, we calculate the sentiment value from the sentiment lexicon to classify the total sentiment of our tweet. So we'll follow three steps to write our script. First, register for Twitter API. Second, install the dependencies. Third, write a script to get the sentiment feedback. So let us get started. Here on the screen, you can see the Python script for doing sentiment analysis. The first step is to register for Twitter API from your Twitter account. An API is an abbreviation of Application Programming Interface, which lets our app access another server's functionality. So here, I have already registered for the Twitter API. You can also do it on www.twitter.com. Step 2. Install dependencies. There are two primary dependencies in our script. First, the tweepy. The second, textblob. Tweepy is a Python library used for accessing Twitter's API. I'll just show you a demo of tweepy. So here we have import tweepy. Next, there are four parameters that have to be kept in mind: consumer key, consumer secret, access key, and access secret. These four parameters are provided by Twitter for each individual separately. Then we have an authorization variable which uses the OAuth handler method of tweepy and takes in consumer key and consumer secret. Further, the setAccessToken method of authorization takes in access key and access secret. Finally, an API gateway is created by using the API method of tweepy, which takes in the authorization variable, and this authorization gateway is created by the variable name API. Next, we come to textblob. Here I'll show a demo of textblob library of Python. Textblob library of Python is a natural language processing library in Python, which is heavily dependent on NLTK library of Python and has the same corpora as that of NLTK. Here we see we install textblob dependency from textblob import textblob. Next, we create an object tblob in textblob and put our data within the brackets. Next, we print the tblob tags, words, sentiment polarity, and sentiment subjectivity. I'll just demo the code in my command prompt. Python textblob_test.py. As you can see, I had entered the data. I am crazy for code because I love coding. The tblob tags for each and every word are as follows: PRP, VBP, JJ, and so on. The textblob library also separates each word in the data that I have provided, which we can see over here: I am crazy, and as follows. Next comes to two sentiment parameters: sentiment polarity and sentiment subjectivity. Sentiment polarity is the measure of positive or negative sentiment, whereas sentiment subjectivity is a measure of fact or opinion inclination of our data. Now that we have seen textblob and tweepy, let us create our script. First of all, we install the dependencies, import tweepy, and from textblob, import textblob. After that, we go about the tweepy authorization, and finally, we create a authorization gateway by the variable name API. Next, we ask the user to input some search query, and it is stored in the query variable over here. We use the search method of Twitter API to search for top 10 trending tweets related to the query by using search method of API gateway. It takes an argument query and gives back all the tweets in form of a list in the variable public tweet. Next, we have created a for loop which prints the text of each of these tweets and also analyzes each sentiment of each tweet in textblob method, which takes an argument t.text and returns the sentiment in variable analysis. Finally, the sentiment is printed via print analysis.sentiment. Now I'll show the demo of this Twitter sentiment analysis script by running it in my command prompt. Python tweenalysis.py. I run this script. It asks for a query. Let us think of a query. What's trending right now? America. America. Go. Here you have the top 10 tweets related to the keyword America. As you can see this tweet, America, because we are now too weak to make any objections, has polarity minus 0.125 and subjectivity 0.2083333 and so on. What does this show is this sentiment is negative to the magnitude of 0.125. This polarity is between minus 1 to 1, while it is subjective to the magnitude of 0.208, which is also between 0 to 1. So as we can see, we have created a Twitter sentiment analysis for analyzing the sentiment of each tweet related to a search query. Thank you. That's all for today. We'll meet next time with some other good project. Hasta la vista. Goodbye.